or violence. A refugee has a well-founded fear of persecution for reasons of race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. Most likely, they cannot return home or are afraid to do so. War and ethnic, tribal, and religious violence are leading causes of refugees fleeing their countries. The number of refugees in Holland at the moment is 80,536. Most of them are aged between the ages of 18 and 35. Most of the refugees are from Syria. About 70% are men and about 30% are women. When we got to the refugee center, the first thing we noticed was that it is very distanced from the center of Rotterdam. Even the nearest neighborhood was about a 10-minute walk. So you can say it is very isolated from the rest of Rotterdam. Because the center is so isolated, people feel like they are living in their own community. What we saw was that only a few people came outside the center. What we noticed was that only men came outside. We hadn't seen any women at all. When we asked about this, some of the men told us it's normal in the culture that men are used to going out for work and making money. And women stay at home, take care of the children and household. A sewing studio in the south of Rotterdam. It's called Wijk Atelier Zuid. Farida Moldmar is the owner and founder of this place. She started 9 years ago, and since about 1 year ago, she also welcomes refugees in her workplace. People can come and do a sewing course which costs 35 euros a month. People can also volunteer when they can already sew. But more importantly, it is a place with a social function. Refugees have a place to chat, laugh, and meet other people. In the workshop, different cultures meet and different languages are spoken. Farida speaks both Arabic and Dutch and can help out with some translating. People know the place by word of mouth. The place is also recommended by a language school and organization which is called Hoedje van Papier. Wijk Atelier Zuid is being funded by several organizations in Rotterdam. Farida puts her heart into her work and told us that she gets even more energy out of her projects than she invests. It was very interesting to see a woman so enthusiastic and driven helping out in the community. She radiates strength and hope and sets an example for many of us. The main problem is lack of integration. We followed the city as text method and we divided the main problem in 3 sub-themes we noticed this week. The first sub-theme is socializing. We divided this theme in men and women during our walk in Rotterdam South. We noticed that the refugee men tend to integrate faster than refugee women. The second sub-theme is culture. The problem within this theme is that because of a culture difference, men and women have more trouble with socializing. The last sub-theme is language. Because of the language barrier, communicating and socializing with Dutch people is harder. Our sub-themes are all connected. Language is a barrier for socializing and culture, while culture and socializing are also connected and could influence each other in a problematic way. We don't want to force refugees to change. We want to offer them opportunities to integrate in the Dutch culture by respecting them and allowing them to keep their own values. Our solution is building a community center in which the floor is the foundation, the walls stand for respect and values, the roof is for happiness and sharing acceptance. It is a place where the door is open for everyone. we have thought of a few examples of activities which can be arranged in the center. First of all, refugees can learn about practical issues. A few examples in which they can be provided with help are schools, taxes, and explanations about the healthcare system. The second idea of activities are organizing, for example, a city tour in which they learn about their environment and learn to be independent. Our last example is to learn Dutch by talking about everyday themes. The subjects are places where they come often. For example, supermarkets, hospitals, sports, and shopping. In the end, our conclusion is that this center can create a network between refugees and institutions. We think this solution can provide better integration.